What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a full hangar review on my 100% free-to-play Warrobots account. And this is one of the most important videos I'll make early on, because this hangar shows proof that free-to-play players can still compete if they're making the right decisions. I want to say this right up front. This is not a flex hangar, this is not anywhere close to max meta, and that's the point. Everything you're about to see was earned without spending money. And more importantly, it's built to win games, not just to look good in the inventory. I'm going to have a live gameplay scene at the end, so stick around for that. Today I'd like to talk about what I want to change next, what upgrades I'm not touching yet, and the biggest mistake that most free-to-play players would make with this exact hangar. Before we jump into the robots, I want to set expectations, because this matters. As a free-to-play player, your goal is efficiency, not perfection. You don't need 5 meta robots. You don't need max pilots or full Mark III weapons. What you do need is a balanced hangar, clear roles, and robots you'll actually understand how to play. Everything in this hangar has a job. Nothing is here just because I have it. So before we go robot by robot, here's the big picture overview. The hangar is built around a mobility opener, a mid-game skirmisher, an anchor or a sustain robot, whatever you want to call it, a flexible damage dealer, and one late game or cleanup bot. That structure alone already puts you ahead of a lot of players, even some spenders. For me, I really only use these 3 robots: the Raven, the Fenrir, and the Nuo. And don't forget about the big kid. Because I only use 3, there will be some overlapping when it comes to the roles. I'll explain it when it all comes up. Don't worry. Let's start with the opener. This robot's job is not to do top damage. It's here to take beacons, force enemy ability usage, create space for my team. And I prefer the Nuo for this, because it has strong mobility, it doesn't really rely on raw stats, and it performs well at low levels. A big mistake I see free-to-play players make is trying to brawl immediately. If you lose your opener, you lose momentum. With this robot, I'm playing corners, timing abilities, and leaving fights early, and that alone wins more games than damage ever will. Watch how often this robot survives longer than it should. That's not luck, that's positioning. This next robot is where a lot of matches are decided. This is my mid-game pressure bot. It's strong enough to fight, but not something I'll throw away. For the most part, this ends up being the Nuo as well. If I don't make any dumb decisions, it'll usually last me most of the way through the game. If not, the Fenrir is perfect for this, because it gives me consistent damage, reliable range, and no dependencies on perfect timing, because I have a pretty good health basis. Free-to-play players should prioritize consistency over bursts. Bursts looks cool, but consistency wins long matches. I also want to point something out important. These weapons are not maxed. I'd rather have level 9 to 10 weapons on a robot I fully understand than level 12 weapons I can't position properly. This robot is the backbone of the hangar. When things start to go wrong, this is what I drop. It's to hold ground, absorb pressure, and give my team time to respawn and regroup. For me, because my kit is not very highly leveled, and my Nuo usually lasts pretty long, it's usually either the Nuo or the kid. At this point in the match, this is where a lot of free-to-play players panic and misplay. You don't need to push, you just need to exist and hold beacons. By staying alive, forcing reloads, and denying space, you're doing more than chasing kills ever could. This robot alone has flipped more losing matches than any meta bot I've ever owned. This is my favorite robot in the hangar. Again, the Nuo. Not because it does the most damage, but because it multiplies my team's value. Playing support as a free-to-play player is insanely underrated. With this robot, I'm healing my teammates, sharing passive module benefits, and contributing damage safely. One important thing to understand, you don't need to be the strongest player, you need to make someone else stronger. I've won my games where the damage wasn't top 3, but my impact was undeniable. If you're struggling in higher leagues as free-to-play, this role alone will carry you and your team further than chasing any DPS ever will. The last robot is all about closing games. The Titans are out, the teams are low on robots, and positioning matters more than firepower. If I've played my corners well and escaped bad situations, my Nuo will still be alive. If not, the Raven will be out sweeping up the remains. This is because this robot is here to punish overextensions, clean weakened enemies, and protect beacons late game. With the double jump ability, I'm able to get from point A to point B extremely quick. Notice something really important. I don't rely on this robot early usually. Free-to-play players win by surviving to the late game, not by dominating the first 2 minutes. Let's talk upgrades, because this is where most free-to-play accounts die. I'm planning on upgrading the Nuo up to Mark II, then start to focus more on the weapons. They are a decent level currently, so I'm not off to a bad start. And I only have the specialization unlocked on the Nuo and the Raven, because I plan to use them both in the later leagues, so they are worth putting the valuable modules into. I also only spend modules where there's some sort of a discount to get a little extra savings. The pilot on the Nuo, I have one from a data pad. This is a really nice pilot that make or breaks the Nuo. It allows the robot to assist teammates and allows you to mitigate the amount of gray HP damage that you and your linked ally will receive, and it will actively heal you and your teammate. Moving over to the Raven, we have Nessa Riggs with the stealth dumps. One of the most underrated abilities because it allows you to escape sticky situations. You were able to buy this pilot for 1,000 gold in the training center, along with the pilot for the Fenrir, Bernadette Wolf. She is able to make the Fenrir an absolute tank. With the removal of the Aegis shield, that doesn't really do much anyways, you could have an additional 60% of durability. On all three of these pilots, I have skills that I have not handpicked, so they're definitely not optimal for Champions League. This might be the most important section of the video. There are things in this hangar I could upgrade, but I'm choosing not to. Why? Because free-to-play success is about timing, not temptation. I'm waiting for better discounts, clear meta stability, and enough silver to commit properly. That patience is what separates progressing accounts from stuck ones. These weapons, for example, would be the Magnum and the Pinata on the Raven because they aren't very sustainable late game. Also, all of the weapons on the Fenrir. I don't really have any brawling weapons in here that I could put on this thing, so this thing is just a random setup, to be honest with you. I was very lucky to have these weapons pulled from the black market for my Nuo. And finally, we have the Mothership. As a free-to-play player, it's very hard to get these things leveled up and bought, so for right now, I'm just using the basic old Dreadnought. I'm working towards the Frederick though because of the massive over 100% speed and damage boost that it gives on trigger. Alright, now that I've broken down the entire hangar and why each robot is built the way it is, there's only one thing left to do. I'm going to jump into a real match right now, this exact hangar, with no edits, no cherry-picked clips, and no off-screen upgrades. This is the same setup you just saw. Same levels, same weapons, same pilots. If it works for me, it can work for you. Alright, so this is the live action gameplay I promised. This is the first game I've ever played with actual a voiceover, like live. So stay with me and let's hope for a good game. Here we go. Alright, let's see what map. Moon. Not a big fan. One of those OG maps. I try and always link to a teammate that is gonna stay alive and be a brawler, so I think I'm gonna choose Zodiac for this game. And of course I want to hope that he's gonna go around with me. I try and avoid linking to things like the sword units, just try and trigger his ability when he's all the way back there. Come on. I try and not link to sword units because usually they'll dash out of my ability range and I can't really do much to help them. So this guy now is out of his ability. Swords are very, very weak when they're out of their ability. And in Moon, I'm able to use this little piece of cover right here to shoot into their spawn with these weapons. He's not peeking, it looks like. Got a sword in ability. What is that? Rex. The hammer into him. Not really able to do much. Nice. Looks like my team's pretty dominant this game. I'm actually gonna run over here and grab this beacon real quick. Now that I'm blinded anyways. Don't know what that is. We got Sarah. Once he starts to fall, I'll shoot him. There we go. Should be able to do great damage to him. Alright. See, like I said, it's all about timing. Let's get this duo out here. Just got melted. Oh, you're dead, dude. Alright, so I might have to play another match. This one might end too soon. Ares, it looks like. Oh no, Hassus. He's no longer immune. Let's wipe him off the map real quick. Got Seraph on me. Didn't like that. past this probably has his ability back. Let's get this guy. Too many robots. I don't remember what that one's called. Not the Hawk. Raptor. Yeah, there it is, Raptor. Looks like my Ophion teammates actually went down. We get the Seraph in his ability probably while I land. Yeah. See on the left side over there, all of my damage boosters. That just has to do with the how much damage I'm doing, and pretty much the more damage you do, the more damage you do. How do these guys already have Titans? It's crazy. It's back at 400, so I can shoot over this cover. Pretty much giving him this beacon, but I'm gonna be able to go in the long run because he can't even. Their team can't even see me, so. Alright. Should be able to bypass this guy's shields. Maybe not. If he jumps, maybe not. Alright, so we absolutely dominated that game. See, before I go into this next game, be able to see that I was, even though it was such a quick game, I was able to do 1.2 million damage almost. And let's see what the top guy on my team, let's see what his hangar looks like compared to mine. So yeah, look at that. I mean, these are not the max meta, but this is the guy I was actually linked to, so that's probably why. But he's got pretty strong hangar here compared to my one robot that I used. That just goes to show that if you can master one robot, you could be anyone, even someone with something like this. All right, jumping into the second match here. That first one was kind of just a complete abomination. I want to get a little bit more in the weeds in this next match, so let's jump right into it. Alright, power plant. It's one of the good old maps. Who do we want this game? Oh, looks like we just got 3 of us. Oh, this guy over here already. Alright, that guy's not too strong. I don't even know what that is, so it's probably strong. Pick up this beacon, and we could actually shoot over the power plant part. That's just a Skyro, so I'm not really going to be able to do much to him. Probably either a Typhon or a Mars. Wait till I recharge, get this guy's ability to go off. Skyros. See, from the middle of the map here, I'm able to flick over to this side and also deal some damage to that guy. Waiting for that guy to fire. There it is. They're pretty weak, so I should be able to. There we go. He's going down. We got another one. Gotta watch out for. I'm gonna use this power plant part to actually protect myself. Yep, there we go. He instantly had to go into his ability. Trigger his ability. I don't like it when it just drops me to the ground like this. Like, I'm still in flight, I still have the same ability, but I don't have the height that I want. You know? If anyone knows why that happens, let me know. I'm gonna link to that guy once I come back. Down. Let's try and get this Ophion when he drops. Looks like he's behind cover. A few shots hit him. This guy's low. A sword here. Trigger his ability. Yep, there goes. Let's get behind cover. Got Mars in the back there. We know where that sword left from, so if he doesn't jump, yep, there he goes. And now I'm in the ground again. Why does that keep happening? Might be because I'm running into stuff. I don't know. Teammates aren't in danger, so that would be a good time to get my height back. With these 600-meter weapons, I could throw some shots over there as well. I don't think that guy was expecting that. Alright, let's help this teammate. Got a Samjock. Looks like a Nuo with a shield. Surprised he did not go down from that, but we can pop him once he comes out. down. Skyros. It was a Skyros. We got a Typhon. And we want to make sure this guy does not hit me with his ability, because I would just be a sitting duck up here. He evaded my shots there. Well played by him. I'm going to try and get down and relink. That'll be a good time. I don't have any teammates. That's a Shenmue. Okay, there we go. It's blind. Let's get down. Throw some shots over there. Oh, I said some shots, but I almost killed that guy. Right, I want to heal my teammate here. So if he comes in 400 meters, there we go. Oh, he goes down anyways. So it's fortunate. Shenmue. There we go. Nice. Let's wait for this Ophion to drop. 2 seconds. And he's dead. Goodbye. What do we got here? Samjock. Forces ability. There he goes. Moogie in his spawn. Just wastes his ability. Oh wow. There we go. He used it after. With that. And Kochi. We got one right in front of me. I think he's got those new weapons. Alright. I'm just getting thrown. He had those new weapons, I should say. Drop down. And I don't like this guy. I don't know what he... I don't like that I'm so high either. Alright, this is just a bad spot to be in right now. We do have our stuff charged, so let's try and get back with my team here before I fly up. These Titans will just shoot me out of the sky. Let's get on that heartbeat if we can. Look if we can. Sword me. That's what we're gonna have to go for here. Just blinded that guy. Now let's try and use... Oh shoot. We're pretty cornered here. Let me look at the actual Titan. Alright, let's watch the Samjock. I don't think he knows I'm back here. You never want to be the center of fire. Let's help out my teammate over here. And I'm back on the ground for some reason. So right now I'm the center of fire, so I'm going to want to get back around this corner. That AFK player's just taking all that damage. And that Mars turret. Alright, we just got our first Titan in the game. I'm gonna actually get down here. Finish that guy off real quick. He goes down. Let's get on this Ao Ming. He has a ton of damage output. Stay away from that Rook. I'm gonna grab some beacons. No, I am a little bit fragile here. I do have a few seconds of invincibility when I blind these guys. Okay, we don't have this beacon. Thought we were double capping. Apparently we were not. This guy's gonna go down. Let's see if we can snag it. Yeah. Alright, let's grab this beacon as well. Looks like another teammate's grabbing another beacon. Get down. Unless he's gonna take me out. Let's drop our... Who's it on there? Battleship. It looks like we're gonna end up coming out with a W on this one. And I stayed alive the entire game. Nice. I've got to have some good stats here. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna watch this video. Be right back. Alright, so that match we were able to do 2 million damage, 7 kills, 3 assists, so 10 kills if I would've got them all. And yeah, second place overall in the team. second place overall when it comes to damage. Let's see what this guy had. See what he was rocking with. Yeah, look at that. I mean, against my one robot, he had all these. I'm pretty sure he was using his harpy, and I don't remember which one, but I'm pretty sure I saw harpy in there. That's a pretty strong hanger there. So that's just what we're competing with now. And these robots are just all naked. I don't know why he wouldn't use the links. I think it's pretty good. So before we wrap this up, let's quickly recap what actually matters if you're serious about climbing as a free-to-play player. This hangar is balanced, not flashy. Every robot has a role, survivability beats damage any day, and smart upgrades beat fast upgrades. If you're free to play and feel stuck, I promise you it's not because you're weak. It's because the game doesn't teach you how to play efficiently. That's what this channel is for. Thank you genuinely for watching all the way through. If this helped you, leaving a like helps other free-to-play players find it too. If you want to follow this hangar's progression, comment what robot you want me to review in detail next. Save your silver, and I'll see you in the next one.